It's been a while. Sorry that it took me so long, but I think that I haven't uploaded a video in about a month now, and I'm sure that you've probably missed me, right? Don't answer that question. There's been a good reason for my recent lack of uploads, and the reason is that our son was born. Just about 2 weeks ago by now. And for anyone who is actually concerned, the missus is fine, the baby is fine. He's just been absolutely fantastic. We've had a wonderful time, surprisingly so. Very little issues. We've been sleeping well. All is good in the world right now, knock on wood, and I'm so grateful for that. But obviously, I just wanted to be present for that, and there's just been a lot to do around the house and just in regards to the family and work and everything else. And so, yeah, YouTube just had to take a bit of a backseat, which is understandable, I guess, or at least I hope. Anyway, today's video is a bit of an update video, therefore. I just wanted to get you up to speed in terms of what has happened in my personal life, but also a couple of things gear-wise. And so I've decided to structure this video and use timestamps. So if you're not interested in my personal life stuff, you can just skip ahead to the camera gear or EDC gear section. I'm not going to go too deep into detail on any of the things. It's basically just, yeah, again, getting you up to speed, but if you want to use the timestamps, no hard feelings. And if you want to skip this video altogether, that's fine as well. If everything goes according to plan, I should have a more regular video up at the end of this week, I think. So yeah, a lot has changed recently, and I'm not just talking about the fact that I'm a dad now, but there's also a bunch of other stuff in my personal life that has changed recently or that is about to change in the near future. So first of all, obviously there is just the fact that I have become a dad, and that is a big change in anybody's life, obviously. And so far it's, as I said earlier, been going just absolutely wonderfully. Our little baby boy is super sweet, he's cute, he sleeps most of the time, he's barely ever agitated, he's just, well, wonderful to be around, and I love him to bits. At this point, even though it has only been 2 weeks, I can hardly imagine a life without this little kid. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to watching him grow up and being there and showing him the world. I just cannot wait. At the same time though, it feels like time is passing really fast, and he's already changed so much within the past 2 weeks. And so yeah, on the one hand, I can't wait to just experience it all with him, and on the other hand, I don't want time to just pass by so quickly. Anyway, that's that for now. Another thing that has changed is the fact that I've quit my job. Don't worry, I'm not going YouTube full time. I am a lawyer in my day job, and that will not change. I will still be working for the same employer till the end of this year, and I will simply start working for a different employer from January 2025 and onwards. It will essentially be the exact same job that I'm doing right now, just, you know, again, for a different employer, in the hopes that that will help me to further my professional career. Anyway, along with that came a bunch of other changes. For example, the car, the Audi A4 that you might have seen in previous videos, was actually a company car, and I gave that back, and so we had to buy our own car. And so we went out last month and purchased a BMW 3 Series, a station wagon as they are called in English, a touring. It's a fairly sensible car, I suppose. I love it. I think it's an absolutely wonderful car as a family car. It's got all-wheel drive, it's got all of the creature comforts, and yeah, great car so far. It's been going good, but it's also been quite the hit to the wallet, that's for sure. Other than that, obviously, especially in the weeks leading up to the birth of our son, we had a bunch of just sort of little projects around the house that I had to do or that I wanted to do, like building a changing table for our little baby boy, or building up furniture of all sorts for the little kid. Then our washing machine and dryer broke, and so we had to replace those. And while we were at it, we also decided to built a countertop for the washing machine and tumble dryer so that we had a bit of space to, well, lay stuff on, and so that the entire room looks a bit more orderly, I suppose. And yeah, there were just a bunch of little projects and things that we got up to, especially in the weeks before our son was born. And that just kept me from creating any videos and also from shooting photos. So in short, new kid, new job, new car, new washing machine and dryer. And it's been absolutely lovely so far. We've been bleeding money, obviously. We've also lost our second income, the income from my wife. It's been a bit of a hit, but yeah, we're doing good, I think. It's all good. And that's it for my personal life. Let's talk about camera gear for a quick second. So in regards to camera gear, the last video I made was about my thoughts on switching perhaps to the Leica Q3 43. And since having my kid, I am just absolutely 100% sure that that would not be a good idea for me. Now, I have taken just so many photos of this little human being with my Leica Q2, and I just love the results. However, with that being said, the Leica Q2 is not the only camera that I've been using. I've actually also been using the Sony a7 IV that I'm filming on right now in tandem with the Zeiss 55mm to shoot a bunch of photos of our little kid. And that is for a couple of reasons. First of all, especially when I want to take close-up shots of his little face. Obviously, the 55mm doesn't distort the face as much as getting really close up with the 28mm on my Leica would. But also, especially in low light situations, the Sony has actually just been a better camera to work with, for the simple reason that it doesn't rely on the stupid autofocusing assistance light that the Leica Q2 has and uses all of the time to get the shots in focus. If you want to get cute photos of your kid while it's sleeping or whatever, it doesn't help if it's getting super agitated by getting blinded by your camera's focusing light. So yeah, I've been really enjoying the Sony a7 IV for that, but also just in general. For whatever reason, over the past, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 weeks or so, I've just been using the Sony a7 IV more and more and more for photography. This camera, again, I'm filming on it right now, has been my workhorse camera for video production for this YouTube channel for, I don't know, coming on 2 years by now. And I've absolutely loved it for that, and I have huge respect for its capabilities, but I've never really felt any sort of passion for this camera to just use it as a tool for photography. But it's really starting to grow on me, just because it is really very competent. It just gets it done. It's not pretty. It's really not pretty. It doesn't have a lot of personality in the more classical sense, I suppose, but it just gets it done. It doesn't get in the way. It's hugely capable. And I don't know, there's just a charm, a reliability to that I'm really growing to appreciate more and more and more and more. And so, yeah, I've started enjoying using that camera more and more and more. And therefore, I've actually decided to take it out more and more to use as a photography camera. And so I think that going forward, this Sony a7 IV will be featured in a lot more videos as my photography tool of choice. On a completely different note, I am also still very much tempted to buy a Leica M setup. As I've talked about, I don't know, probably about a dozen times by now. But because of all of the financial hits that we had to endure recently, that is really just not an option right now. So maybe 2025 will be the year that I will finally be able to buy a Leica M. Let's see about that, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's not going to happen this year, that's pretty sure by now. But anyway, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I also got a new camera bag, and it is this guy, the Oberwert Freiburg. This is a small, very compact little camera bag that was kindly given to me by the company Oberwert. This little guy costs 900 euros or 800, not quite sure. I'll link it in the description below. I do have an affiliate link. Yeah, so a few months ago, I made a video comparing the Owner Bowery to the Billingham Small Hadley Pro camera bag. And I had my pros and cons on both of those bags. And I had a bunch of comments and DMs telling me that I should try Oberwert, that Oberwert pretty much trumps both bags. And luckily, at the same time, Oberwert reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in working with them. And so I've agreed to give this bag a run for its money, and I'm super interested in finding out if this is actually worth its, well, rather steep asking price. And, well, I'll report back to you in a couple of months, I suppose. But so far, it has been actually a great bag. I can't lie. This is really a great piece of kit. Certainly more on the luxury side of things. Not a must-have, but if you have the kind of money, if you have like Leica money and you can comfortably afford a Leica, then this is probably not expensive in your world anyway. And so yeah, for those kinds of people, I think that bag really might actually make sense. Anyway, what else do we have? Oh yeah, let's talk about EDC gear, because my EDC, my in-pocket EDC has actually changed almost entirely since my last EDC update. I was super happy with my EDC back then, but I got a bunch of suggestions on other stuff I should try out, especially, let me get that guy out real quick, especially about trying out this guy, the Victorinox Spirit X, and I have carried the Spirit X for, I don't know, 6-8 weeks, maybe even longer, I'm not even sure, and it has been amazing. But that also meant that I had to kind of mold the rest of my EDC around this Multitool. And so yeah, I'm quite happy with the way I have my EDC set up by now, and I think that it might also make for an interesting video. Let's see about that. That video should be out in, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. I'm not quite sure. Also, while we're talking about EDC gear, I've been optimizing my GoRock Gear 1 Heritage setup even further, and I think I will also make an update video on what's in my EDC backpack, the GoRock Gear 1. In the near future. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I guess stay tuned. So anything I've forgotten? Oh yeah, I also had to buy a new iPhone. This is actually the iPhone 15 Pro. I was super underwhelmed by the release of the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro. And so because my 13 Pro broke sadly last month, I decided to just buy a 15 Pro, and it's been quite underwhelming, if I'm being honest. If I didn't have to replace my 13 Pro, I wouldn't have bought this. This is not a huge upgrade from the 13 Pro, and certainly not worth the money. Anyway, moving on. So going forward over the next few weeks, you will see a lot more videos about cameras, camera gear, photography, EDC gear of all sorts, pocket EDC, what's in my backpack, and so on and so forth. I'm excited for it. And also, well, I think I forgot to mention that since I am on parent leave right now and will be for the next 3 weeks or so, and I also do have pretty much almost the entire rest of the year off because I'm leaving my job, I do have a lot of time on my hand to, well, make these videos. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. I hope the stuff that I will be posting will be interesting to you guys. If there's anything that you would like to see that I haven't mentioned in this video, please feel free to drop a comment below. If you feel inclined to support this channel and help us to financially recover from all of the hits that we had to take recently, it would be greatly appreciated if you were to use the affiliate links that I provide in the description if you want to buy any of the items that you see on this channel, if you're interested in checking them out. I also will create an EDC Gear section on my website where I will essentially show the EDC Gear that I'm currently using and also providing links. So if you are interested in that, check out the links in the description below. They should be up by the time that I'm posting this video. And also I have recently restructured, if you like, the print store a bit, because I got quite a few messages essentially saying that, dude, I would like to buy one of your prints. They look great and I would like to support you, but god damn, they're a bit steep. They're a bit on the pricey side. And I guess you're right. The thought behind that was because it actually takes quite a while until you can turn a profit on those prints, especially if you decide to buy a whole professional printing setup like I did. But yeah, I have lowered the prices of those prints to what I hope is a more reasonable amount. But on the other hand, I don't want to just throw my art away and just give it away essentially. So yeah, they still cost some money, but quite a bit less. And also, if you stuck around until this part of this video, you can use this code to get another 10% off. And so yeah, if you would like to support this channel, use those affiliate links, buy a print if you like. If not, that's fine as well. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another video soon. And until then, take good care.